Hey guys, so now I'm just going to show you how I was able to do that damage on the fight and show you some of the more small details I did that was able to get me the 95% parse, doing 1.95 million damage per second, and then a 96% in my item level. So there's two different specs you can use. I'll show you the one that I wasn't using first, and that is to use sweeping strikes and then trauma, and I also use Titanic Might. And if you're going to do that, it is essential to use the legendary belt and legendary legs. The legs, pretty self-explanatory, keep CS on your target at all times. And then the belt gives your whirlwind that extra hit when it hits 3 or more targets. You're going to have 4 for a majority of the fight anyway. And then you're also getting that extra 20% damage with a bleed with trauma. So really makes your whirlwind a lot stronger of an ability. And then Titanic Might with the legendary legs, you're going to be doing a lot more damage with your whirlwind because of the CS, doing an extra 80% on it constantly, whereas when I was doing whirlwind, it was doing 80% less, plus I didn't have the extra hit or trauma to go with it. However, when I was doing the fight, I was running the Avatar Sweeping Strikes build, and with Avatar, I always run Umbral Moonglaives because of the synergy that it has, the same cooldown, and then it's always getting the extra damage, the extra 20% through Avatar onto the trinket. So that's very helpful. One small thing with this fight, though, that you can't underestimate is using Execute. Using your sweeping strikes to get Execute on the boss and the other adds the entire fight. So if you go back to the logs, I'll show you where you can see my extra damage. See how there's 2 executes? This is the executes that I've casted, so every single one that I put on target. These are all the sweeping strikes executes that I was able to put on the target. And you can see an extra 64 million damage, how important that was to my overall damage to have the sweeping strikes executes hitting the target. That was also buffing my mortal strike by giving it executioner's precision throughout the entire fight. That right there is my tips for how you can do more damage on the Mistress Sassz'ine fight. Hope next time you're able to get a high parse like me and get the kill.